Sports Radio 95.7.
Well, the A's got a big lift from David DeJesus, and his big night would begin in the bottom of the first. Rated David DeJesus swung on, hit the deep right field. Chu is going back on it. Chu is at the track. He is going to watch it fly. David DeJesus homers to right field, and that quickly the Athletics jump out to a 1-0 lead. His first home run in the green and gold to dead right field. The Indians, though, would tie it up, and they would score their only run in the third inning. They got a double by Sizemore leading off, and Cabrera flied to left. It looked like Cahill might be on the verge of escaping the inning as he was facing Chu.
1-2. Fastball came back to the inside corner, and Chu is gone a-looking. Trevor went right back to the same spot and collects the strikeout. It is his first of the night. Got a high strike that time from Ron Kulpa.
But then he walks Santana. Now the Indians had 2 on and 2 out for Travis Hafner.
He's 1 pitch away from getting out of this mess. 2 on and 2 out. The set by the right-hander. The 0-2 pitch, a changeup, popped up shallow center field. Going out is Pennington. Coming on is Crisp. It's going to drop for a hit. That will score Sizemore with the game's tying run. Moves Santana onto third base. And on a bloop hit with 2 strikes, Hafner ties the game at 1.
But then the A's would untie the game in the 4th inning. DeJesus leading off.
2-1, hit deep toward right center field. It's carrying, giving chase to Sizemore toward the wall. He's hit another. David DeJesus has a 2-homer night. And the A's lead it 2-1. That was quite a poke to the left of the 388 sign.
Then the Indians made a bid in the 6th inning with the A's clinging to the 2-1 lead. They got a 2-out single by Brantley. He was wild pitched to second, the tying run in scoring position, and Cahill was facing Matt Laporta. Hanahan waiting on deck, center field Crisp. 2 or 3 steps toward left center, left and right straight up. And Trevor's delivery is waved at a breaking ball a foot outside. He threw it way out of the zone, and Laporta chased it. He slams the bat down in frustration as the Indians leave Brantley at second, and they fail to score. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's still 2-1 A's. Cahill worked a 1-2-3 7th inning. It was still 2-1 A's when David Percy, the former Blue Jay, came on to work in the 8th, and he was sharp. He got a couple of ground balls from Chu and Santana. He did allow a bloop single down the left field line by Travis Hafner. At this point, Adam Everett ran for Hafner, and Brad Ziegler came out of the A's bullpen to face Orlando Cabrera. Cabrera would single. Now the Indians really had something going. They had 2 on with 2 out, and it was Michael Brantley against Ziegler. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, top of the 8th inning. The A's clinging to a 2-1 lead over Cleveland. Ziegler hands together at the belt. And now the 2-2 pitch is swung on, bounce toward first, a fair ball, back of the bag, taken by Jackson, and he goes to the bag, and Ziegler does the job. Brantley is out 3 unassisted. The Indians leave 2. They fail to score, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's still a 2-1 A's. As we went to the bottom of the 8th, Josh Tomlin, the starting pitcher for the Indians, was 2 David DeJesus home runs away from throwing a perfect game. Landon Powell led off with a deep drive to right, and Sin-Shu Chu made a tremendous catch at the base of the track. Then the A's got a break on a ground ball to third, booted by Hanahan. Andy LaRoche came up next. He struck out. Ellis was on base. The A's were leading 2-1, and Cliff Pennington had a long battle with Josh Tomlin. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tomlin still staring in, has the sign now. Here's the high set. Ellis runs. The 3-2 is a line drive, base hit center field. Ellis turning at second. He's going to go to third. Sizemore plays it back, and the A's have runners at first and third, looking for a cushion here in the bottom of the 8th. And we'll see what Manny Acta decides to do. Many managers this year have preferred to turn Coco Crisp around and have him bat right-handed, and that's exactly what Acta is going to do here. Pitching change. The A's, and that was their 3rd hit tonight, have runners at first and third with 2 out in the bottom of the 8th, leading 2-1. And Coco would foil the strategy, though, by Manny Acta, as he stood in there against the left-hander Tony Sipp. Pennington's at first, Ellis over third. Sipp out of the stretch. The outfield plays shallow, and the pitch to Chris by Sipp is swung on line up the middle, back a second, base hit center field. Ellis scores for third. Stopping at second is Pennington on the first pitch he sees from Tony Sipp. Coco Crisp lines a base hit to center. The A's get a bit of a cushion as they take a 3-1 lead. So the A's leading 3-1. The inning would end when Pennington got picked off on a 1-6-5 final out of the bottom of the eighth inning, and Grant Balfour came on looking for his first save since 2009 in the ninth. He struck out Matt Laporta, but then he walked Jack Hanahan, and that meant that the dangerous Grady Sizemore came up representing the potential tying run. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Right down the middle, fastball, ring him up, strike three call, perfect pitch. Sizemore must have been looking for something else. Turns and walks away. Out number two, both on strikeouts in this ninth inning. And then as Drupal Cabrera was up next, he was the last chance for the Indians tonight. 2 out. The A's lead 3-1. The count's 3-1. And here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up, short left center field. Long run for Crisp. He's going to get there, and he makes the catch. And the A's have evened the series, and they're back over the 500 mark. Great pitching for the A's tonight, and the hitting hero certainly was David DeJesus with the 2 home runs. The A's win it by the score of 3-1. And David DeJesus will be talking with Vince Cotroneo when the A's postgame continues.